What's up guys, it's Amir, and today I want to talk to you about something really personal, and that is about my hair transplant. And I've been reflecting lately, one of the most major things that happened in my life in the past, I want to say 3-4 years, is this freaking hair transplant, and the ways that it's changed me, it affected me, and most importantly improved my life for the better. I want to share all that with you, so if you're on the edge of it, if you're thinking about it, hopefully this video can serve as a little inspiration to pull that trigger. But I just want to share my story. So that being said, let's get started. First things first, let's talk about the physical aspect of it. Obviously, I feel like getting the transplant done made me look a whole lot better, and I didn't realize how much it took away from my own facial structure. Especially my main concern before getting my transplant done was my crown area. In the process of me worrying about my crown, I didn't realize how much my temples were receding, and honestly I just took them as a secondary for my hair transplant. But after going to the clinic, they put more emphasis on actually getting more grafts done on the front end than in the crown area. But obviously having a nice hairline can really shape the structure of your face. When it comes to the crown area, it's very possible for you to reverse your hair loss using treatments like minoxidil, finasteride, and even derma rolling. But when it comes to reversing your actual hairline, that's actually very difficult, and the most effective and efficient way to do it is through the hair transplant. And I didn't realize how much it actually changed my face, because as you can see, my hairline used to be up over here, and just bringing it a little bit lower can really add a lot more symmetry to my face. And every time I look in the mirror, I just feel so much better now that I know that I have a better looking face, objectively speaking, or I have a better looking face subjectively speaking. Which leads me to my second point. I feel like growing up, especially in my late teens, early 20s, I always had a mature or an older looking face. I'll throw some pictures up over here of my older self. These pictures of me are from when I was 20, 21, 22, which is insane. Literally, I look like I'm in my early to mid 30s, and now that I'm 27, I feel like I finally look the age that I am. As much as I didn't think it would bother me, it really kind of deep down did. And I feel like having that hair loss, especially a receding hairline, definitely makes you look a lot older than you are. When you're young, when you're 16, 17, you always want to look like the older kid, but and as you get older, you want to look younger, and that's just kind of the game of life. And getting the transplant done, I feel like I finally look my age, and it's honestly a very, very good feeling. And I hope not only my hair, but my skin, the wrinkles, all that thing that comes with aging, I hope I can just maintain this look for the next even decade. That would be pretty awesome. And I think that's 99% of the reason why most people even get a hair transplant, because if you look good, you feel good, and if you feel good, then you're able to take the actions necessary to progress. And having that mental real estate available after you finally get that problem solved allows you to finally focus on the things that actually matter, like working on your business, working on yourself, going to the gym, attending social functions, working on even your social skills, public speaking. Whatever it is that you need to focus on, is kind of like you're just clearing that blockage for you to actually pursue the things that really matter. Another procedure I got done with my transplant is LASIK. I wore glasses all my life, and when I went to Turkey, I was like, screw it, let's invent the new me. And I got the hair transplant done, and the next day after my transplant, I went and I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna get a LASIK too. Now I forget I wore glasses, and I forget honestly that I had hair loss problems. You do take it for granted, but honestly it gives you a lot of peace of mind. And now that I don't have to worry about it, I was able to even go ahead and open my own business, help others, and create these videos for you guys, and do a lot more productive things with my life. Now the funny thing was how abrupt this decision really happened. I got my hair transplant done in February, the second week of February of 2021, and I came to that decision in the last week of January. So literally my last week of January, I did not know I was going to Turkey. I did not know I was going to get a hair transplant. I did not know my life was about to be completely flipped upside down for the next 6 months until my hair finally grows back. I tried all the treatments and everything, and one day my friend just randomly calls me up and yo, you trying to get a hair transplant done in Turkey? He's like, I've been considering this. Right now is the perfect time. It's COVID going on right now. Nobody's really out. Let's go get this done. Honestly, I was really hesitant in the beginning, because I was like, hey, I was 24 at that time. I was like, usually they say you have to wait for your hair to stabilize, wait till you reach your genetic peak, which can happen maybe in your late 20s, maybe mid 30s. Whenever that happens, once my hair finally comes to a freeze, then I'll get the hair transplant. So had I followed that advice, I still probably would have been bald by now, and I wouldn't be looking the way that I did now. I'm so glad, honestly, that as soon as I heard that, I was like, okay, maybe it's not so bad, and I can always get a second transplant if that hair falls out again, which luckily it didn't. I was able to maintain it very well. And I'm glad I took action early, because this is a time where I feel like it mattered the most. Because honestly, after I got my hair transplant done, I got so many people reaching out to me about their own hair loss needs, and I realized how much of a gap there is in the market of the wrong information out there, the wrong people trying to scam you. And I was grateful that I was able to share my experience month by month to really, showcase what to like realistically expect versus like, all the glitz and glamour that, people will show you and the end final results without showing you like the struggles along the way. And seeing how many other people's lives I've impacted after sharing my own hair transplant and giving them the courage and confidence to really pull that trigger for themselves allowed me to understand that, like, hey, this is honestly a really big problem and a lot of people struggle with it. There was a time I used to even offer like, one-on-one coaching, consulting for hair transplant needs, and I realized how big of a problem it was for guys really going through hair loss. When I really saw that disconnect, I really took it upon myself to educate the audience and more importantly take on a project like GrowPlex. This is my own minoxidil brand that I created, which has like the natural DHT blockers for those who don't want to take finasteride. And again, I don't mean to like shamelessly plug this, but this was born because of this major step that I took, and we're only a year into the business and it's been booming. And again, the amount of testimonials we see and the amount of people that we see who are able to get their hair back, whether that's through using our GrowPlex hair regrowth system or by getting their own hair transplant after seeing my videos, it's honestly very gratifying. And it's crazy how that Pareto principle works, right? That one small decision that you make can not only change your life, but change the trajectory of lives of many others. And I just want to make this video to like share my journey, share, honestly what I truly feel on the inside after getting my hair transplant done. So whatever case that you're on, whatever, journey that you're on, if you're on the verge of it, you've been thinking about it, you have the finances, you have a good solid donor area, you checked out for pretty much a good candidate for a hair transplant, definitely pull the trigger. I highly recommend it. It changed my life and I can promise you it's going to change yours too. So that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You found it helpful. This is definitely a more of a up close and personal video, but I had a great time filming it. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.